We are also live on YouTube. So if on any particular day you don't have the Zoom link, you can always join us on YouTube. We are also live on YouTube. So if Namaste, everybody. Hope you can hear me well. We did a voice check just a few minutes ago, so I'm hoping all the folks who have joined later on can still hear us. So once again, I would like to welcome you all. This is fantastic because we are meeting after several months. We've not had an online session for a long time now, and I'm so excited to be back here in the class with you. So what we'll do is we'll just have short sessions every day for the next several weeks. That way we all try to be more consistent with our yoga practice. And as we mentioned, it's going to start simple, start slow, and we'll all just try to do what we can. That is the whole idea here, okay? So please do just sit relaxed way, whether you're sitting on the floor or in a chair, it doesn't matter really. Wherever you are, just try to relax your whole body, please. So firstly, relaxing your whole body, and then try to close your mind, close your eyes and relax your mind next. So what we are trying to do here is first incorporate relaxation into our yoga practice. It is not easy as it sounds, but with gradual everyday practice, it will become a second nature to you. So please, in the beginning, if you're struggling with any part of the yoga class, don't worry at all. You will feel better and better. You will practice more and more effectively going forward. So what I mean by relaxing the body is try not to hold any part of the body tight. Try to loosen yourselves, please. But posture is very important in the practice of yoga. So try and keep your back straight, aligned with your neck and head. Throughout the yoga sessions, I will be giving you tips. I will be reminding you of the basic fundamentals. If you've taken the Yoga Foundation course, you know the fundamentals already, but everybody, including me, we need reminders. So let us try to practice effectively together. So please relax the body, loosening all the parts of the body, not putting efforts in holding any part. Just leave it loose, relax. And also, as I mentioned, relaxing the mind. Firstly, if you keep your eyes closed, we are away from the visual distractions. Our brain processing becomes a little slow, little less processing of all that's around us. Now, what's next important next is the thoughts, right? Our thoughts dictate most of the day. So let us try and control our thoughts now. Try to think about yourself for this half an hour. Just think about your own practice, about how you feel, what you're doing. Try to be in the moment. Then you will be able to reach your goal of a better health. So please try not to let your mind wander. One technique for doing that is to just observe your breathing. So next we are focusing on our breathing. Just try to lower the rate of your breathing, please. Generally, when we are in the middle of all our worldly duties throughout the day, we don't pay attention to our breathing. Many times we are anxious, we are stressed, so our rate of breathing is higher. So now is a chance for us to ground ourselves, come back to our basic nature. be closer to what we are supposed to be. Let us be more peaceful, more mindful. So now, with the breathing getting lower, slower, and the rate getting lower, let us slowly go for deep breathing, please. Take a long, deep breath slowly inside you. A long inhalation, a deep inhalation, followed by a long exhalation. Sometimes counting numbers tends to help you or guide you. If you need that, you can do that. If not, what we recommend is just start taking a slow, deep breath in and observe your capacity. Are you able to continue taking it in? And just as you feel you're about to reach your limit, you can slowly start getting ready to exhale. And then exhale as long, as slow as possible. So we are now following a certain pattern of breathing. So here we are trying to ground ourselves with our practice, becoming one with our practice. So we spend a few minutes to get away from our busy routine, busy daily life, trying to make our pace slower, trying to relax, trying to be with ourselves here. Now, when I mentioned at the beginning, you can be in any posture. If you're sitting on the floor, you're welcome to sit in Sukhasana, just crisscrossing your legs. If you're not comfortable with Sukhasana, you can sit in Vajrasana. If not, any asana, any posture that is comfortable for you in the beginning, okay? And if you're sitting in the chair, just try to keep your feet together and try to maintain your balance. Place your palms on the knees so that your hands are supported and they can relax further. Always observe your posture, please. Keep your back straight, aligned with your neck and head. And continue this pattern of slow, deep, and relaxed breathing. Now, let us recite Om just 3 times along with breathing. So we are synchronizing the recitation of Om along with breathing. And this melodious universal sound helps us to further relax. It has a magical effect within us when the vibrations help with slowing our brain and calming ourselves. So let us try it, please. So what we do is inhale a long, deep breath, and during exhalation, we recite Om. So let us practice it today. If you're not familiar, you will slowly get familiar with it. After inhalation, during exhalation, Om. Once again, inhale deeply. During exhalation, you'll observe that we are trying to extend the sound along with the long, deep exhalation. So please try that just one last time. Inhale, and during exhalation, Om. Please sit in silence in this state for just a couple minutes. Please open your eyes. So we literally spent about 6 to 7 minutes in the beginning, along with my explanation for this whole process. But that has helped us to relax more and to come in that state which is necessary for our yoga practice. Only then we will be able to find that our practice has become more effective. So once we come to this state, now let us go for another set of practices which are called physical cultural exercises. Very simple. As I mentioned, we'll start with the basics and slowly progress. So let us try to give different movements to different joints in our body. We'll start with our fingers. You're all very familiar with this, those who have joined us before. Slowly, we are extending all the 10 fingers. Extend them, please. Stretch them. Feel that stretching. Slowly, along with breathing in. Slowly close them, bring them together, form a fist, apply gentle pressure, stay there for a few moments, please. Experience that pressure. And now slowly, along with breathing out, you relax the fingers and stretch them again. Extend them. Let's try this just one more time. Breathe in. So we are synchronizing breathing along with our movements. Hold, please, and then slowly breathe out and extend. Now, bring your palms together in Namaste. At the same time, let us be grateful for everything wonderful that's happening in our life, for all the good things. Let's forget about what's not working. Let's be grateful to our Guru who has introduced us to these yoga lessons. Let's be grateful to God for giving all the good things in our life. Gratitude brings an extra advantage to our practice. So now with that gratitude, let's go move on to the next practice. Slowly push all the 5 fingers against the opposite finger, the respective finger of the opposite hand. Apply gentle pressure, please. Breathe in along with this. Hold this position. Feel that pressure. Let the nerves and muscles and that part of the body benefit from this. Now slowly breathe out and relax. Once again, breathe in. Hold, please, just for a few moments, only as long as it's comfortably possible by you. Breathe out. Now, let's make a fist of our palms and let's go for rotation at our wrists. Slow inward rotation, no hurry. Please do it very, very slowly, along with breathing in. Then followed by breathing out. Slow and long, deep breathing, just like we were doing before. Breathe in, breathe out. So we rotate in one direction, then we'll rotate in the opposite direction. Slow breathing in, breathing out. One last time, breathing in, breathing out. Wonderful. Please relax. Now let us go for, we'll take care of the joints here, our elbow joints. We took care of our fingers, our palms. They should feel better now. Let's take care of our elbows. If you're tired of sitting in the same position, you're welcome to change position, whatever helps you to continue. Okay. Now let's raise our hands parallel to each other and parallel to the ground. Slow, deep breathing along with rotation just at the elbow. The rest of your body is stable. Breathe out and relax. Once again, breathe in, breathe out and relax. Let's try the rotation in the opposite direction, please. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax until the breath goes out. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax, please. Go as slow as possible for you. That's how you're building your strength as well as your patience, of course. So let us all try to go slow. Now we'll focus on our shoulder joints. Slowly we are raising both the hands together very, very slowly. Going slow also helps reduce the risk of injury. Please remember to synchronize breathing. You're trying to breathe in during the rotation as long as possible, then slowly start breathing out and complete the rotation. Let's try this just one more time. If you're not able to raise your hands fully, you can just rotate your shoulders, keeping your hands supported, please. Whatever is easier for you. Then gradually you'll see improvements. Please go ahead for the next rotation very slowly. If you're raising your hands, you can also try to stretch. Stretch as much as possible. You'll feel the stretching even in your upper back, upper body. I hope you're synchronizing breathing. Wonderful. Complete the rotation. Once you're done with a couple of rotations in one direction, we'll rotate in the reverse direction. Very slowly, please. Gentle movements, graceful movements is the way to do yoga. So if anybody is observing you, they should feel it's a beautiful art form. We are not rushing ourselves as if we are doing physical exercise. So slow, gentle, graceful movements, respecting and loving our self, showing the respect that our body, our health deserves. Relax, please. Relax. I hope you're feeling rested and relaxed with these movements. Now let us go for neck movements. So whichever position you're comfortable in, please let us proceed to the movements for neck. Slowly bend forward, bend your neck forward. Please try and continue to keep your back straight. And breathe out as you bend forward. In the neck movements, we breathe out first. And as far as you can bend forward, hold the neck there in the final position, please. Slowly raise your neck and head up. Now start bending backwards along with breathing in. Please keep breathing in very slowly. You will not lose balance. You will not hurt yourself, and you are helping yourself become stronger. Your practice becomes more effective if you go slower. Please bend backwards as far as it can go, and then hold it there, please. Once again, start raising your neck and head up. Slowly start bending forward along with breathing out. Just one more movement now, one last time. We're slowly raising our neck and head. We're going for backward bending along with breathing in. Slow, long breath in. Hold, please. So in the final position, if you hold, so please observe yourself. Continue to observe yourself. You will feel the stretching on one side of the neck, compression on the other side of the neck, and that is helping you. So that staying in the final position will allow the body to take advantage of that stretching and compression. Come back to the starting position, please. Now let's go for sideways bending. Slowly as you breathe out, bend sideways. Feel the stretching on one side of the neck, compression on the other side. Hold the position, please. Slowly come back to the starting position. Now let's do it on the other side. As I mentioned before, breathe out, bend, hold, please. Slowly raise your head and neck up. Come back to the starting position as you breathe in. Just one last time on both sides. Please practice in silence. You don't need my instructions. You're already aware of what to do. So you're just trying to follow the process. Wonderful. So it's important to go slow. It's important to synchronize the breathing. All right, perfect. Now we have a few other neck movements. So we are just going to do one last neck movement for today, which is rotation of the neck. Please bend forward. You're continuing to keep the back straight as much as possible, relaxing the whole body. Even when you bend forward, you try to leave the neck loose. Relax it, please. Don't hold it tight. Now let's go for neck rotation very, very slowly. Start breathing in along with taking the head to one side. Now take the head to the back. Take it to the other side. Very slowly coming to the starting position. Wonderful. Let's go for just one more rotation along with breathing in as long as possible. Try to aim for one half of the rotation and then slowly breathe out for the other half of the rotation. If you're not able to do that, please don't worry. Just do what you can, and eventually you will see that your capacity has increased and improved. Now, after completion of two rotations, let's go for rotation in the opposite direction. We are trying to give benefits of our practice to both sides of our body, right and left, equally. So you will notice that we will try and practice rotating in both directions or bending on both sides, basically involving the right and left sides throughout our practice. Wonderful. I hope you are able to do two rotations. Now that should be good enough for neck movements for today. Now let's stretch our legs. This is called long sitting posture. We'll just go for a few movements for our for our legs now, sorry. Keep your legs slightly apart. Now we'll focus on our feet and toes here. Slowly bend your feet to the front, forward bending. Also stretch your toes there, please. Hold it for a few moments. Slowly come back, now. Bend backwards. So if you observe yourself, when you're bending forward, you will feel stretching and extension on one side of the leg and compression on the other side. Now when you're bending backwards, you're feeling the stretching and on one side and compression on the other part of the leg. So it's basically different movements are giving different benefits to our body. Now keep your legs further apart, please. Slowly we are going for rotation of the ankles. Our legs may be moving, but the rest of our body is stable. Slow rotation, and please try and synchronize breathing. So we'll continue to focus on our breathing. We'll continue to focus on our relaxation. Let's go for rotation in the reverse direction, please. Reverse direction. Wonderful. Just in the interest of time, we are not practicing more number of rounds or more number of movements here. So we are just going to give some basic practices today. All right, once that is done, let us go for the next one, which is trunk twisting. While we are here, once again, always remember that not all the practices may be for you. So if you should not be applying any sort of pressure on your upper body, please skip this, okay? And please talk to me if you have doubts after the session. Just skip it for now. Place your palms at a comfortable spot. You should not be too far from your body, not too close. Just maybe a little bit far from the body, so you can bend forward. Bend forward, please. Now you can keep your legs together actually for this practice. Bend forward, take your head and forehead as close to the floor as possible. Straight, stay there please, just for a few moments. You will feel stretching on one side of the upper back, compression in the core here. This is a great practice to build arm strength as well as to strengthen your core. Let's try this on the other side. So you are Placing your palms at a comfortable distance from the body, you're twisting your trunk a little bit and then slowly bending forward. Try not to raise your hips, please. Try to continue to be seated. Slowly come back. Now let's just do it one last time on both sides. So twist your trunk, rotate, place your palms on the floor, slowly bend forward. You can bend your hands at your elbows to get more support. Try to continue to be seated, please. Do not raise your hips. Just do what you can. It's not easy at the beginning, but you'll slowly get the strength that's needed. Now let's try on the other side one last time. Twist well. Bend forward. Feel the stretching. Feel how the body weight is being transferred to your arms, shoulders. Come back, please. Come back. Relax. Now let's see how much time is left. Just about 5 minutes. So what we can do is we can stand up. We can practice a few other asanas while standing. Very, very slowly, please. And every session we can introduce new practices. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, wonderful. Now keep your legs slightly apart. So we'll go for forward bending and backward bending for the whole body. And before that, let's do one more thing. We'll do whole body stretch. So wherever you are standing, you can try this, or you can take support of your wall, place your palms on the wall, and you can start stretching slowly up. So whichever is easier for you, please do that. Depending on our age, our physical condition, we may need to take support. Please do that. Don't worry about it. So now I'm just going to face you and do this. Slowly raise your hands and start stretching your whole body. Start stretching it very, very slowly, please. Breathe in as you do this. Stay there in that stretched position. If you can, go on your tippy toes. If not, don't worry about it. Slowly come back as you breathe out. Let's just do it one more time. So the whole body stretching here. If you're doing it in the middle of the room and you're losing balance, you can even interlock your fingers. That might help you. Slowly raise your hands up. Stretch your whole body. Feel the good stretching in the whole body, all the way from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. Whole body. And stay there, and slowly as you breathe out, you come back, please. So now you're feeling more relaxed, more ready for more practices. Now let's go for the forward bending and backward bending. So when you're doing forward bending, before that, make sure you have your balance. You've kept your feet slightly apart from each other. When you're doing it, bend from your hips, please. Slowly bend from your hips, not just your upper back, not just your shoulders. The whole of the upper body should be bending. Relax your arms, relax your hands. If you're bending your legs at the knees, that's fine. Don't worry about it. And slowly see if you can bring your palms closer to the floor. If you can place your palms on the floor, you can do that. If not, don't worry, please, whichever is your final position, stay there and relax your body. Don't hold your body tight. It's not easy, not as easy as it sounds, but just try to relax, please. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Now slowly come back, very, very slowly. Otherwise, you might pull a muscle, you might hurt yourself. Jerks have to be avoided in practice of yoga. Now, let's go for backward bending. It's usually easier if we take support with our palms. So palms on the hips or the lower waist here. Spread your fingers to get more support. Be ready for the practice before you go for it, please. Mentally as well as physically, you should be ready. Now, take your elbows inside. If you go outside, it may not support you very well. Inside, your legs are still apart. You have a good base with your foot on the floor. Now feet on the floor. Now slowly start bending, start bending. Even if you're bending at the knees, that's fine. Just take support. Bend only carefully as long as you are able to hold your balance, please. And then, whichever is your final position, just stay there. Relax your head and neck as well. Please don't lose your balance. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Only stay as long as comfortably possible by you. You need not wait for me to say release. You can come back to the starting position in any asana anytime you want. All right, wonderful. So we did forward bending, backward bending. Now let us go for sideways or lateral bending. Slowly raise your hand. One hand. Bring it parallel to the floor. Turn it towards the ceiling, the palm facing the ceiling. Continue raising up, please. Once your arm touches the ear, stretch, 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 as if you're trying to touch the ceiling, okay? And now you start bending sideways. Take support of the other palm on the other leg. Start sliding that down as you bend sideways, not forward, please remember. Lateral bending, Parshva Chakrasana. Go as far as you can go. Let your upper hand also relax on your face here. You need not hold it tight. So we'll continue the art of relaxation, art of breathing. So we don't hold our breath either. And we try to relax here in the final position. Feel the effects of the practice, please. Throughout the practice, if you observe me, I try and keep my eyes closed as much as possible. Enjoy this practice, enjoy the experience. Come back, please. Slowly come back. Let's do this on the other side. So remember we said we are going to give benefits to both right and left side of our body. Be ready before you start. Only when you feel you're ready, go for it, please. I may be going faster than your pace, but don't worry about it. You can take a break, then do your practice. Once you've raised your hand up, now stretch, stretch, stretch. So they're stretching on one side of the body. And now slowly bend sideways. Take support of the other hand, please. You should feel a good stretching on one side of the body and a compression on the other side. In the final position, please keep breathing. Keep breathing. Do not hold your body tight. Please relax. All these are basic principles that are taught at Utsahi Yoga. Please come back slowly, slowly. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, let us sit down, please. We are done with our standing practices. We are out of time as well. So we will conclude our yoga session for today. But I'm hoping that this brief half an hour yoga practice is giving you the confidence that we can accomplish a lot within that time slot. So let's get into that habit. We are just going to close our eyes, sit, relax, get back to our long and deep breathing, just like we did in the beginning. And that will take us to a state of meditation. And then we'll conclude our session. Those of us who have more time, I would request you to please be seated in this position, in this relaxed state of mind and body for a longer duration, even if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Just continue meditating, please. You can focus on your own breathing, as I mentioned in the beginning, or any object or subject of your preference. It could be a deity, it could be God, it could be nature, element of nature, anything that brings peace to you. Just visualize that with your mind and focus on that and just sit relaxed in that state for a longer duration so you can reap the benefits of meditation as well. Long, deep breathing, relaxed state of body and mind. And after this yoga practice, your body should be more relaxed now than it was in the beginning when we did this. Thank you again to everybody for joining. Those of you who have more time, please continue to meditate. I will just have to end this yoga session here. We'll see you next time. All right, please let me know if you have any questions. Message me anytime. Thank you so much.